Hello and welcome to 7 Days. I'm Desiree Gasper with a quick recap of some of the top stories for the week. We start with a man that probably disgusted most of the world when his terrible sex crimes against Malaysian children surfaced. Of course, I'm talking about Richard Huckle, the 30-year-old teacher cum photographer who spent years abusing children from poor communities in Malaysia and Cambodia.
Richard Huckle was charged with offences in relation to 23 victims, some of the most serious offences including multiple rapes. His victims were all under the age of 13. Some were only toddlers of 2, 3 or 4 years old. Some were only babies when they were abused. There was one particularly disturbing image of a baby not more than 6 months old being assaulted by him.
Huckle not only abused these kids, but he posted pictures and videos of the sick things he did on the dark web, kept a log of his victims, and even wrote a 60-page manual teaching other paedophiles how to do it. He eventually admitted to 71 charges and was sentenced to 22 life sentences by the British court with the probability of parole after 23 years in jail. When the verdict was read, a woman in the public gallery shouted, "1,000 deaths is too good for you." And I'd have to say I absolutely agree with her. Meanwhile, in the US, thousands gathered at the hometown of boxing legend and arguably one of the most iconic athletes of the 20th century, Muhammad Ali, for his Muslim funeral on Thursday. Cassius Clay, who changed his name to Ali after converting to Islam, has been planning the service together with his family for 10 years now. He wanted to make sure it honors his Muslim faith while still adapting to the demands of Western culture.
Let me add before the prayer that we are greatly humbled by so many Louisvillians and those from other places, from other faith communities who have come here today to witness this ceremony. We are honored by your presence.
The funeral was held at the convention space in Freedom Hall, which is the location of his last fight in Louisville in 1961. Ali, 74, died last Friday after losing a 30-year-old battle to Parkinson's disease. He will be buried Friday after a funeral procession and interfaith service. Whatever it is, his amazing moves in the ring, his showmanship, his attitude and his brave political stance will always be remembered. Rest in peace, Ali. And now we move on to politics in the US, where the battle heats up to the White House. This after Hilary Clinton made history on Tuesday, winning the Democratic presidential primary race, beating her rival, Bernie Sanders. The win puts Clinton in the history books as the first woman in America to become a major political party's presidential nominee.
Thanks to you, we've reached a milestone. The first time in our nation's history that a woman will be a major party's nominee for president of the United States.
Clinton, of course, who could not stop smiling, even got the stamp of approval from the POTUS himself.
I want those of you who've been with me from the beginning of this incredible journey to be the first to know that I'm with her. I am fired up, and I cannot wait to get out there and campaign for Hillary.
Whatever it is, it's going to be one hell of a fight. Will it be Clinton or Donald Trump? Anyway, moving on from one monkey to another, in Kenya, a monkey managed to knock out the power supply for the entire nation on Tuesday. Power producer Kenya Electricity Generating Company, or KenGen, said the monkey climbed to the roof of the facility and dropped onto a transformer, tripping it and causing a total blackout. Power was finally resumed 3 hours later. Some media outlets have gone so far as to labeling the creature as a rogue monkey. But I say, poor thing. I mean, it was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And if you're wondering if the monkey is okay, it survived and is now with the Kenya Wildlife Service. Closer to home, a very lucky Thai man walked away unhurt after a cobra emerged from his toilet bowl, the second such incident reported in the last 2 weeks. 27-year-old Polapat told local media it was a close shave for him because he had spotted the head of the snake popping up out of the bowl. Rescue officials took 30 minutes to lure the 1-meter cobra out, and it was eventually transferred to the Queen Saovabha Memorial Institute in Bangkok, which specializes in handling venomous snakes. By the way, the last incident involved a python which attacked the poor guy who was trying to relieve himself. So a word of caution, people, always check first. And with that, have a great week.